Well, this is going to be my last update for a while. I'm still waiting for some parts to come from overseas, and I'm also waiting for some lead wires. And I didn't have any good lead wires, so I had to make my own, and I used DB9 connectors. I snipped them in half because they were way too long, and then I used some shrink tubing with the DB9 wires, which are nice and flexible and everything. But anyway, these are, they don't work good, and I've got a bunch of really good ones that are on order, so they're going to probably be a few weeks before they get here from overseas. Just got this one from Russia, and that'll take its place down here when I get my new tone arm that I have on order. And I'm kind of running out of time to get this done because eventually that arm is going to come out because it's too heavy with the current head shell, which you can see over here. Here's some remnants of models. So I've built numerous models that you can see, and each one of these things takes about 4 hours to print out, and trying different things. This was sort of the closest I got, but I just couldn't get those things to marry up to that when I'm using my multimeter on the things and getting lead wire connected. So my next train of thought was to, instead of going inside that, why don't I go outside, because I've got that outside diameter. And that's kind of what I did there, and I'm just trying to put these wires on the posts, and then I'd be able to put the cartridge straight in there on the sled. So I got this thing so it actually fits pretty good. As you can see, it's a little loose right now, so I'd have to play with some dimensions and everything. But as you can see, it just kind of fits snugly. I could probably put some two-sided tape on there and get that really, really nice and snug. And then it's just a matter of getting the pins inside hooked up to the cartridge in the sled. And that's kind of where I'm stuck right now. So as you can see, it gets on there, and then it kind of, because I've put it on so many times, it's kind of loosened. So I would have to put some sort of a spacer in that diameter, and then I would have the wires coming straight through the hole into there. Not ideal, and of course the problem is, you're going to get some orientation problems, and it's not going to be locked in like you would normally get. So I'm a long way off from getting this thing going, and like I say, every time I print one of these bad boys, it's 4 hours of my life trying to wait for these things, and then you might get a botched job or something like that. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I've got some attempts, but the real thing that's just kicking my butt is getting one of these bullets that'll fit nicely in there on the posts at the right dimensions. And quite honestly, I don't have the skills to do anything that fine with the really crude workbench. There's my wife there. With the crude workbench that I have and the crude tools, I mean, I'm using, plastic calipers, which are not ideal. Anyway, so I'm fearful that this may be a little bit longer than I had anticipated. I'm not going to give up yet, but I think I need to wait till I get some stuff in that I had ordered, and just trying to jury rig this thing, it's just too hokey. So we'll see what happens. We'll do it in slow time, and we'll keep everybody up to date. So here's another botched attempt I had too, which was kind of an idea. This is an SME cartridge head shell, and I was thinking I could core it out. It fits in nicely. It's the right dimensions and everything, but the problem is I can't get these pins to marry up with the pins, and I can't get this thing to lock on to the pin there. As you can see, I tried. It's kind of hard to focus. I tried drilling it out. I tried grinding it down with my Dremel tool just to get it to line up properly, and no go. It's just not gonna line up. And like I say, I don't have the fine tools necessary to make this happen. So, not giving up completely, but taking a time out. Talk to you later.